I am saying that if the political class and the CIA and the MI6 and the Mossad and the European Union intelligence operations and the general public and the academics and all of you do not listen to me, because no one else gets all the pieces. And I've been completely focused on the Epstein situation in the last 12 days or so, because it's everything we knew was going on and worse. And they're holding back half of it. And I know why, in the final equation, Trump has been involved in limited hangout. It's not to keep himself safe. He believes, and I believe he's wrong, I know he's wrong, that this information is so damning, it will destroy the faith and credit of the United States. And that's why the globalist British intelligence and others since the 50s instituted their pedophile program. That's how they've controlled Europe for hundreds of years, how they control the UK for hundreds of years. The U.S. is just a satellite of this cult. And that's in the emails where he says Europe is the wife of what we love, our beef jerky and our children. He's got his emails. It's the wife. America is the mistress. You need to come home to Europe. And that's what all the experts always told me. It's come out so many times about the horrible satanic stuff. And women and children have escaped from Rothschild castles. It'll be in like used to be the British news. Woman escaped. She weighed 80 pounds. The state police went into the castle, Rothschild castle, found all these dead bodies and living women. Story dies. That's just one story from Burgundy, France. When you study ancient Babylonian, Egyptian, black magic that then got consolidated by Judea and by King Solomon, the wisest man that ever lived, they say, son of King David. What was the seal of Solomon to control the demons? The idea that they're in a lamp is the archetype of his will, but using the commands of God over the devil and the demons. It's the Star of David, which is not the Star of David. It is the seal of Solomon. And I would explain that to the white supremacists that go, it's the Ren Fam star. That's another star, another thing. It doesn't matter. It's the same devil it goes back to. But the seal of Solomon was the seal he said God gave him to control evil, whether you believe that or not. And that's in mainline from the time Judaic books written by King Solomon and others after him. So if you want to know all that stuff, you can go read it. I'm like 10 years old into history and everything. My dad goes, you want to know what's really going on? Read this. So I had all that data bank already. And I'm just telling you, you can go look all this up for yourself. But no one navigating any, I mean, I see no one talking about this. That's what this is, okay? This is black magic, folks. And the Aztecs, the Mayans before them, the Druids, China had its black magic. It's all different flavors, dressed up different, but it's all exactly the same at the bottom line. All right? This is how the world really works. The devil's real. His legions are real. Pull up the Bible quote about we fight not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and evil in high places, the power of the air. This is what's going on. The air, the transmission, the dimension, the dark matter. It's 5 times more resonant in the scans than what we think of the third dimension. It's the real dimension. We're real, but it's the controlling dimension. And the devil doesn't control it, but he operates in it. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And darkness doesn't mean black skin. It means occult. And what does occult mean? Occult means hidden. And Lucifer was the morning star, the light bearer, because mortals could not look at God and survive, because if the look means dial in completely to that, or it would kill you. But you could look at a reflection. What do vampires not have? They don't have a reflection. See, they're all telling you here. Because Lucifer had the light, had the knowledge, didn't fully understand it wasn't God, but had seen the mind of God. Lucifer was there looking at God and then being the light bearer through that lens, that protective lens. The angels could then communicate with God. Because not even the angels could interface with God, lest they be fried. God created a creature to contain the information, to be a switch, and the switch turned against God. And God knew the switch would do that. And that's the free will test. And you can say God's a sadist. No, I have children. They could end up being bank robbers, or they could end up being wonderful people. They've turned wonderful people. I still had them. Thank you, God, for creating me. I understand the plan. I don't have your total, complete perfection and wisdom, but I can certainly see your handiwork, and I am your servant. Now, I'm preaching here because we could talk all day about this piece or that piece, and we will. But this is where it all comes out. And do we navigate it? Do we understand it? Here's an example. I could show you hours of obsessions in thousands of publications in every TV program about, did Trump cover it up? When did he know Epstein did it? Did Lutnick lie about this? But there's no, hey, we're delivering the kids to eat them tonight. And those redacted names. And now Republicans have smartly gone in, the good ones, and known what to search and come out and gone, oh, Lex Wexner ran the whole thing. Gee, I told you that at least 15 years ago. Oh, this guy saying, I love the torture video is a top Saudi government official. Royalty. Oh, here's a Saudi official offering their 13-year-old daughter to him. There's hundreds of these that I just saw today. And more, we're delivering the beef jerky. He's got to have it. Everyone's so hungry for it. Give us the beef jerky. That's bags of blood of tortured children. It's not just adrenal they want. Hunter S. Thompson was told it was adrenochrome by the head Satanist in L.A. He said it got him really high. It's not adrenaline. That's part of it. It's the endorphins of a tortured child. It's all of it. But it's metaphysical. It's their sacrament. We have a little bit of wine and a piece of wafer and commune with Christ, who said, no more human sacrifice. I'm the last sacrifice. To end this Moloch crap, to end this ball stuff. Because that was the main religion, baby. You went to a town or a city, that was the temples. That was the normal thing. Human sacrifice, the priest class raping the virgins. That's the children. What does Islam promise? All these virgins. Yeah, in Africa, mass cannibalism, mass devil worship. Before whites ever got there, the archaeologists have gotten there. They've deciphered the cave drawings, the writings of the tribes that did write, and it's all the same thing. We worship a horned god. It gives us knowledge. It wants our babies. It wants us to torture children. It's the same with the Druids and the Aztecs and the African tribes and the Asian tribes and the Middle Eastern groups. This is the old-time religion. You always hear, I love my old-time religion of Jesus. That's the deliverer to get us out of this. Sacrifice yourself instead of sacrificing others and being a selfish Satanist. Lay down your life for others. Because the first Jewish holy book, written over 3,000 years, the Old Testament, was a group the one group that pulled out. They were all eating their kids. They were all sacrificing. The Jews admit that. They were all everybody was doing it. They were the one group that pulled out and stopped for a little while. But just like a drunk that quits drinking for 10 years, they go back and it's 10 times worse. And when the Jews went back to it, boy, did they go back to it. Isn't that the paradox? It was the Jews first wrote in a language and exposed it all and said, quit doing it. And then you turn around today, and at the heart of it is Jewish satanic cults. But there's every group doing it too. I'm not attacking the Jews. I'm actually reporting the facts and the way out of this. But you've got to be a historical scholar to know this. Why? Forced cannibalism in Israel, murder case. It's unbelievable. This is Moloch. What did he name his bank accounts? Baal, Moloch. Who do they worship at Bohemian Grove? Same story. That's a bunch of Republicans, mainly Protestants. It's everywhere. It's the devil's cult. And as the paradox works in the universe, the Jews are the first to expose it. And then when some of them backslide, the worst at bringing it back. That's the real paradigm. It absolves no one. It is the truth. So, cultures that never met each other, never knew each other, do the same rituals, the same rape, the same blood drinking, the same torture of children. And every high priest and every group says entities who've come here from the stars demand we be given this blood to show our fealty and as an offering to them to give us advanced knowledge. The Aztecs, the Mayan, the Olmecs, the Toltecs, all the Druids of Europe, all the Druids of the UK, the Scottish, the Irish, the British, all sacrificed men, women, and children.